Welcome to Carolina's Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from tonight, and it's going to be a really fun format. This is called a 6x6, so each institution has just 6 minutes to share information with you this evening. Before they get started, I just have a couple of housekeeping items for you. Number one, your camera and your microphone are off. This is a webinar, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. Second, sign up for more sessions. There's still a whole hour of these after this session. It's a really fun way to learn about a lot of different colleges in a short amount of time, so sign up for more. And the recording of this session, because it is being recorded, will be available within 1 week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. And lastly, we know you're going to have questions, so don't hesitate to put those questions in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen at any time. Type out your question and then also note the college or institution that you're directing your question to so that our panelists can answer that appropriately. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to our panelists. First up, you have the opportunity to hear from UNC Pembroke.
Hey everyone, I am Caleb McMillan. I am one of the assistant directors of undergraduate admissions here at UNC Pembroke's office. And fun fact about myself, I actually graduated from UNC Pembroke May of 2020, so last year with my biology and biomedical emphasis degree. And I'm actually getting my master's out here as well. So today I'll give you a brief overview of our campus and what we have to offer. We were founded in 1887 to educate Native Americans, so education is still one of our top 5 majors out here. And our total enrollment number is about 8,200 students. We do have 64 undergraduate students and roughly 18 grad students. Now, with that being said, that includes our commuter students as well as our online programs. And our student faculty ratio is roughly 18-to-1, and our average class size is about 20 students. So when you think about that transition from high school to college, it's very doable and it's very accessible here at UNC Pembroke. And also, we became part of the UNC system, hence UNC Pembroke in 1996. With our undergraduate programs, we do have 41, ranging from our School of Business to our School of Education, as well as our College of Health Science and our College of Arts and Science as well. We are a Division II athletic program team here at UNC Pembroke, ranging from men's, women's basketball, baseball, softball, cross country, football, soccer, track and field, swim and dive, and volleyball and wrestling. And if you don't want to get involved with that, we still have 100+ clubs and organizations for you to get involved in. We have actually intramural sports and club sports. We also have on-campus job opportunities. As a student, I actually had 7 on-campus jobs, so it's definitely a lot of opportunities here at UNC Pembroke. We also have fraternity and sorority life that you can get involved in here on campus, religious organizations, study abroad, live and learn communities, and service learning, so you can give back to the local community that you're a part of here on campus. Now, we are a part of the NC Promise tuition plan. A lot of people think, what is NC Promise? So NC Promise, we have $500 in-state tuition per semester and $2,500 out-of-state tuition per semester. So when you think about affordability and setting yourself apart once you graduate from college, this is something to keep in mind. I graduated May of 2020 with barely any debt at all. And at the bottom, you can see our estimated cost of attendance for in-state and out-of-state students as well. And the health insurance you see can be waived if you have your own health insurance. And this applies to all undergraduate students. As long as you're taking undergraduate courses, you qualify for this. With our scholarships that we offer here, we do have merit-based scholarships, and we also have another portal that students can sign up for scholarships, and it's called our Brave Assist Scholarship Portal. And you can find that by going to uncp.edu/braveassist. And you can also make sure you fill out your financial aid information, and you can do so by going to studentaid.gov, okay? So how do you get started to become a Brave here at UNC Pembroke? So once you start your application, you can do so by going to uncp.edu/apply, and you can create, it's called a Bridge to Brave portal. This will be our main form of communication with applicants. So we'll mention or let you know if we're missing any test scores, and also your transcripts or application fee. And just to let you know, we're actually test optional at the moment. So we are not requiring the SAT or ACT test scores. And then once you complete your application, make sure you choose what major you want to decide. If you don't have your mind made up yet, that's totally okay. When I was an undergraduate student starting out, I did not know, and that's totally fine. Once you start your journey here at UNC Pembroke, make sure you get involved here on campus with our academic research and internships. And once you graduate, that you get there from here. So we also have some upcoming events for students to kind of get involved in here on campus. We are actually having on-campus tours, and we're actually having a walkthrough open house, and it will be April 17th, and you can find this through our website or go to our Bridge to Brave portal. If you create a portal, you can sign up for that. And if you want to sign up for any other thing, that's where all our events will be held. Again, if you do have any questions, like she said, just drop it in the chat. Again, I'm Caleb McMillan. I'm one of the assistant directors of undergraduate admissions. This is my contact information, and you can also follow us on social media at UNCP Admissions, and you can get some updates and follow our students here on campus to see what it's like to be a campus or a Brave Nation student, okay? Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in the future.
Caleb, thank you so much to you and UNC Pembroke. We really appreciate it. Audience, don't forget, you can put your questions in that Q&A at any time. You don't have to wait until a certain institution presents. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Brevard College.
Hey everyone, my name is Kate and I'm an admissions counselor here at Brevard College. I actually also graduated from Brevard College in 2019, in December of 2019, with a degree in wilderness leadership and experiential education, and I minored in environmental studies. I was a student athlete and a peer mentor and a resident advisor, so I can answer most of your questions about life on campus here. Brevard College is a small liberal arts school located in Brevard, North Carolina, which is about 30 minutes from Asheville and about an hour from Greenville, South Carolina. So we've got a good location if you're into big city life, but that's not the town of Brevard. Brevard is pretty small, and the school is located about a block from downtown Brevard. One of our main selling points is that we're experiential, so we really like hands-on learning. We're going to get you out in an internship. We want you to go out and work in the field. We at Brevard College want to build your resume rather than your transcript. Brevard College is also pretty small. So our average class size is 15 and our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. So you're not going to be just a number here. People are going to know your name. Your professors are going to challenge you and push you, and they're going to know you, and they're going to comment on how you did in the game last night if you're a student athlete. And we are a D3 school, so we've got all of the classic athletics teams, as well as a nationally ranked cycling team. So cycling is actually our only Division I team, but they compete through USA Cycling. Our location, like I mentioned, we're really close to downtown, which makes it easy for us to work with local businesses to partner for internships. And we're also really close to Pisgah National Forest and DuPont State Forest, which plays well into our experiential mission. So if you're taking a biology class, you're going to actually get to go out into the forest and measure the circumference of a tree or look for aquatic macroinvertebrates and figure out what that means and have that hands-on practical knowledge. We would really encourage you to come visit. We're also offering in-person visits, and we've got some events coming up in April. So come visit. And our application is an online application that's totally free. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, and it's also test optional. And that means that you can submit a test score. So if you took the SAT or ACT, you're totally welcome to submit that and apply that way. But you can also apply by writing three essays. And we actually prefer test optional admissions. So we want to read more about you and learn about who you are and your hopes and your dreams for the future. But like I said, yeah, the big thing is coming and getting on campus and seeing the place and seeing the town of Brevard and driving to the forest and seeing all the waterfalls. They call Brevard, North Carolina, the land of the waterfalls. We've got hundreds. So that really gives you a good idea to feel the atmosphere at Brevard College and see the friendly people and meet the professors and start creating those relationships that are going to last throughout your college experience. That being said, we do offer half tuition scholarships for students from North Carolina and South Carolina. And for any class of 22 students out there, we've got that half tuition scholarship program expanding even into more states like Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah, so that's Brevard College, and please feel free to ask any questions in the chat.
Thanks so much, Caitlin. We really appreciated your presentation. Next up, you get the opportunity to hear from Anderson University. Take it away whenever you're ready, Jordan.
Thank you. Going to share my screen really quickly. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jordan Noble. I am an admissions counselor at Anderson University. I am over specifically education and interior design. Those are my areas that I am over. Just want to talk a little bit about Anderson University. If you guys have heard of us, we're 30 minutes from Greenville. So it's not super far from Greenville, South Carolina. But as you can see here, this is our admission checklist. So please go to our website at andersonuniversity.edu. That's where you'll find all of our information. So you can go in there, you'll find our application. There is a $40 application fee. Just get your guidance counselors to send over the transcripts. We also are test optional. So we'll just have you guys to do 2 essays. Send all of your information. If you have it, letters of recommendation, resumes, things like that, send all of your information that you have over to us. We'll review your information. Admission, it takes about 2 weeks to get an acceptance letter. We do have rolling admission, so we're always accepting applications through the year, so you don't have to worry about that. We also are offering on-campus tours, so please visit our website and go and sign up for a tour of the campus. There are a lot of things that we have going on. If you look at our events on our website, we do have like all accesses and things like that. So go on our website and see when you're able to come, because we do have events that are happening on campus now. This is just some merit-based scholarships. We do offer those. So you can see they're just a listing of things. Basically, we'll take a look at your GPA, and then we'll look at either your test scores or your class rank. So from there, you'll see where you land with that. So if you have taken tests and send us over those scores, you'll see where you land with those scholarships that we do offer. Of course, you guys have seen these. These are our state aid. Hope you've seen that before, I'm certain. And a 3.0 GPA is just a requirement for that. Life, 2 out of the 3 of those are a requirement for us, 3.0 GPA or class rank or SAT and ACT. We do super score the SAT. That's just something to keep in mind. And of course, the Palmetto Fellows, all 3 of those are a requirement for us at Anderson University. These are just a couple of things on campus that we offer. I'm sure you've seen a couple of these before. FCA, I'm sure you've seen. We do have our own BCM, crew, RUF. These are just some opportunities that you guys can have on campus just for community service and ministry, if these are optional. So it's not a requirement for that. And we do also have campus worship once a week. That is a requirement, and you would only have to go to 8 of those a semester. It's just something to think about, keep in mind. This is just a listing of opportunities and activities that we do have on campus and some of our traditions and things like that. You can take a look at that. This is all on our website as well, so I do encourage you to go and check out our website. But we do have sports as well. We are Division II. So you can get scholarships for these sports that you see down at the bottom. And one thing I do want to point out is that we are getting football in 2024. Just a couple of things to think about. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Just reach out to us. And also you can follow us on Instagram at myaujourney. Again, that's at myaujourney. That's on Instagram. Follow us. We have listings of things that we offer at Anderson University. And if you guys have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Jordan, thanks so much to you and Anderson University. Wow, isn't this so fun to learn about so many institutions in a short amount of time? We still have 3 great institutions to go. So next up, you have the opportunity to hear from UNC Wilmington.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tanisha Young, and I am a freshman admissions coordinator here at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. As others have stated, I'm also an alum of this wonderful institution, a double alum. I graduated with my undergrad in 2015 with communication studies and a leadership studies minor. But enough about myself. I'm here to share some information about our wonderful institution. We are UNC Wilmington. We are part of that full UNC system. So our sister institution is also UNC Pembroke. There are 16 other UNC system schools, so it's a great state to go to pursue your college education. We are located in Wilmington, North Carolina, and that is a beautiful location to explore, but also go to school for. For example, we have 3 beautiful surrounding beaches, Wrightsville Beach being the nearest to our campus location. It is just a 10 to 15 minute drive to Wrightsville Beach. So it's a wonderful location if you need to relax after a stressful exam or a group project. We also have the historic downtown riverfront area, which you can see in this photo here. And that is just a beautiful location that has hundreds of different restaurants, shopping that you can be a part of. So we are a little nice, southern, charming tourist destination for students. And if you would like to find your home here at UNCW, we are considered mid-sized. So we have just a little under 18,000 total students. However, a breakdown of that is about 14,600 is our undergraduate population. Here at the institution, we do offer 56 majors, 36 master degrees, and 4 doctoral degree programs. I love to showcase a couple photos to help you kind of visualize what our campus looks like. Our campus is about 660 acres large, and we have a little over 55 academic and student service buildings on our campus, and we are continuing to grow year to year. This past fall, we had a new academic building for Veterans Hall, which is our allied health building, 2 new residence hall areas, and then we'll have 2 more opening this fall, as well as 2 more academic buildings for film studies and coastal engineering, which kind of moves me to talk a little bit about our academic programs here at UNCW. The nice thing about our institution is you don't declare your major until you're a sophomore. So everyone is coming in undeclared or under our university college. As you can see here, these are our academic units that we offer here at the institution. So we have our College of Health and Human Services, Watson College of Education, our largest academic sector, College of Arts and Sciences. We have our nationally ranked Cameron School of Business. And then as obviously we are North Carolina's coastal university, so we have a wonderful Center for Marine Science, which is a private research facility that is exclusive for our faculty, students, and staff. So feel free, you can look at all these academic majors on our website and our additional minors. At UNCW, we really want to make sure that you have a wholesome experience and have not only learning in the academic classroom, but have applied learning opportunities. And this is what really helps build your college experience. Here at UNCW, we have research and discovery opportunities, such as mentioned our Center for Marine Science, also our psychology department. We have a psychology assessment clinic that just opened this year that our students are getting to really work with our Wilmington community. For study abroad, we have over 1,000 programs in over 50 different countries, including a dual degree study abroad program with our Cameron School of Business, where you'll go to UNCW for 2 years, one of those sister schools in Germany, France, England, or Spain, and then also earn a degree from that institution. Most importantly, a lot of people want to secure internships. Most of our majors require an internship or practicum in order to graduate, so most students are guaranteed that experiences. But then you can always connect with our Career Center and our job portal and our career specialists to help you with finding those opportunities outside of your academic major. In reference to our size, as I mentioned, we are mid-size, but we do have more of a private school feel within the academic classroom. So our average class size is 27, and then we have a student to faculty ratio 18:1. So you are very guaranteed that opportunity to connect with your peers and your faculty, your professors teaching your courses. And all of our classes are taught by full-time professors. Points of pride that we always like to highlight is our students are really prepared to take the next step. 75% of them will go into a full-time job 6 months after graduating, and 14% will go into a full-time graduate school program. So majority of our students within 6 months of graduating are having that opportunity to take that next step. In reference to involvement, we are an NCAA Division I institution. We have 19 Division I athletic programs. We have pretty much everything that you can think of except for college football. So we kind of have a homecoming and everything. It just happens during our basketball season. We have over 250 student clubs and organizations that could range from Greek life, academic organizations that you can be a part of, religious affiliated groups, and we have a full directory on our website regarding those. For housing, we do require students to live on campus as a freshman for 2 academic years. If you're coming in as a transfer student, less than 60 credit hours, you will be required to live on campus for 1 academic year. We do have a virtual tour of all of our housing opportunities, so if you want to take a deeper look at those, feel free to do so, but we just want to highlight that we do have a requirement to live on campus. This is just a quick little blurb. I won't go too much into detail regarding this. Feel free to really connect with our office if you have questions or concerns about upcoming admissions requirements. This is all located on our website, but we do provide a holistic approach of reviewing the student. So your rigor, your GPA, essay, extracurricular activities, letter recommendation is optional, and we will find out later about standardized testing. And then lastly, this is just a picture to kind of take of you want to connect with our office. We are also doing campus tours, so definitely feel free to join us this spring or this summer. Thank you so much. I will share my contact information in the chat. Thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Tanisha, thanks so much to you and UNC Wilmington. Great presentation. Our next presenter tonight is going to be Erskine College.
Good evening. My name is Will Cooper. Give me 1 second, please, as I try to bring up our PowerPoint here. All right, yeah, so my name is Will Cooper. I am one of the admissions counselors for Erskine College. I actually graduated from here in 2013 and have been working my current position for the last 4 years. Erskine is a small school with about 800 students. We're a Christian school as well. And one of the things I love about working for this institution is that the alumni are incredibly faithful. There are many people right now in the admissions staff, on different parts of the staff overall across the school, and who are teaching here, who are actually graduates themselves, because we love coming back to the school and giving back to an institution that means so much to us. Now, going from there, here are some quick facts about Erskine. We were established in 1839, as you can see. We are actually the oldest four-year church-related school in South Carolina. Our location is in Due West. That's a part of the upstate of South Carolina. It's about an hour south of Greenville, and it's kind of midway in between Greenville and Columbia. So if you're looking for a really picturesque rural environment that's nice and laid back and very relaxed and quiet, Erskine definitely offers that in terms of our campus location. Now, you'll notice a few other facts there about us. Our affiliation is with the Associate Reformed Presbyterian Church. So we definitely are a Christian college, and we have held to that with a committed stance since 1839. And when it comes to our Christian philosophy, it's very missional. We view students as being made in the image of God, and we want the love of Christ to be present on campus. That being said, we're not going to force anybody to be Presbyterian or Christian. We are respectful of all worldviews that come here. And when it comes to like your worldview formulation specifically and personally, we want to give you the space to think critically and kind of figure out what that means for yourself and just help you along in the process. You'll see we're also a liberal arts college, just meaning you study a little bit of everything with a strong core curriculum built around your primary major. Then we have the number of majors and pre-programs you see there on the screen. We have 40 plus student organizations, and we are an NCAA Division II athletic team. We have 22 NCAA Division II athletic teams. Some of our more recent sports are football, women's beach volleyball, esports, and a few other things that we've added over the last few years. So you see the mission of Erskine College here. The mission of Erskine College is to equip students to flourish by providing an excellent liberal arts education in a Christ-centered environment where learning biblical truth are integrated to develop the whole person. That obviously is kind of a mouthful and even perhaps a little bit of a lofty statement. There's no need to unpack it too deeply. The point is, with that mission statement, we use it just to emphasize how committed we are to being small, to being Christian, to maintaining the classical liberal arts tradition, all while doing it to help develop students holistically. We want to be a very student-driven and student-focused school. Therefore, we help the students grow spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, academically, socially, etc. Now, with respect to us being a liberal arts college, you can see there our primary motto, knowledge joined with morals. What that kind of means for us practically is we want to give you a degree built upon the integration of faith and learning, where that Christian worldview is present, yet at the same time, we're teaching you how to think critically, how to write well, how to participate in a class discussion, etc., and giving to you a degree that you can then apply towards a vocation you're passionate about after you graduate. To give you some examples of what Erskine alumni are doing right now, we have a recent history major who just finished at the Harvard School of Law and is now working for a law firm in New York. We have people who have actually gone to Purdue and Vanderbilt for their PhDs in chemistry. We've had multiple Erskine students go into the military and achieve high ranks within the officer corps. We've sent students from medical school to the Medical College of Georgia, to Wake Forest, some of the North Carolina schools, and even Johns Hopkins. And then we have plenty of students who are pastors, missionaries, and students working for the Verizon corporate office, and people who are chief officers in a lot of nonprofit organizations across the Southeast. So even though we are a small school, with this liberal arts curriculum, we help prepare our alumni to be very successful overall. Now, the key to being successful at Erskine is our small class sizes. We have an academic community we really love to emphasize. The student to faculty ratio is 11:1, and this gives you access to your professors. They have an open door policy. So whenever you want to talk to them, you go in and you sit down. They help you put together a 4-year plan that can help you review exams. They'll give you advice on how to prepare a resume. And of course, many of them will write a detailed letter of recommendation for you once you're able to provide that opportunity. And then just moving on from there, you see a list of our majors and pre-professional programs here. Some of the bigger majors are Bible and religion, business, health science, chemistry, biology, and then sports management. And then for us, the application process is very simple, very straightforward. You apply online. We encourage all students to visit. Then we just need your transcript and also your SAT, ACT, or CLT scores. We do accept the CLT. We make an admissions decision. Then for the financial aid process, we just ask for your FAFSA. We'll give you a merit scholarship upon being accepted. We'll work with you to receive state scholarships with Palmetto Fellows, Life for Hope, like the Anderson rep was talking about. And then we have a presidential scholarship competition that takes place every fall, where we give out 2 full ride and 2 full tuition scholarships. And if you're accepted by October, you can be a part of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Will, and Erskine College. Boy, that 6 minutes goes by fast, doesn't it? Our final presentation tonight will be from Newberry College. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anna Noble, and I am the athletic liaison and an admissions counselor here at Newberry College. I am here with Kenley Longshore, who is a recent Newberry College graduate, and we are going to go over a little bit about our school. So the first thing is
Hey, Anna.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. We can see your notes. So if you go up to display settings and swap, swap. Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, so we are going to tell you a little bit about Newberry College. Newberry College is located in Newberry, South Carolina, which is just about 35 minutes north of Columbia and about an hour out of Greenville. We have an awesome location for students who want to be near other schools and other city life, but also like a little bit more of a quiet country feel. We do have a lot going on campus. We have about 1,200 students on campus right now, and we do represent about 21 states and 23 different countries. So we have a rather large population of international students. We are a private liberal arts school with a Lutheran affiliation. You do not have to be Lutheran to attend our school, but we are affiliated. We have a rather large campus. We have a 94-acre campus, and most of our students are residential. We also have very small classroom sizes because of our smaller enrollment. We have about a 13:1 student to faculty ratio, and our class size on average is about 12 to 15 students. So you really have that close-knit family feel in all of your classes and get to know your advisors very well. About 40% of our students are first-generation college students. We really like to extend the opportunity for everybody to be able to attend. So we like to work with you very personally through your admissions process, and then once you get here through advising. And I also would like to say, and I'll touch on this a little bit later, that 99% of our students do receive financial aid. The 1% that do not are often students who just have not submitted the FAFSA. And like I said, I'm going to touch a little bit more on that in a second.
So my name is Kelly Longshore. I'm a 2019 graduate of Newberry College, now working in admissions. So I'm going to touch a little bit on campus life. So we do have over 50 clubs and organizations, honor societies, honor programs. We have a wide variety of intramural sports, basketball, softball, pretty much anything you can dream up, we have it in an intramural sport, as well as an esports team. So we recently gained an esports team. Students can receive scholarship money for that, and they have performed extremely well over the course of their time here at Newberry. We also do have Greek life on campus. We have 9 fraternities and sororities. They really focus on providing leadership opportunities. They are heavily focused on, being a part of philanthropic events within our community. They're also super flexible. Our campus does have a lot of athletes, so we try to be flexible within whatever students are participating with, so that they can really make the most of their time here and be a part of as many clubs, organizations, teams that they would like to be. So Newberry is an NCAA Division II school. We are part of the SAC conference, so that is the South Atlantic Conference. We have a slew of men's and women's sports. Baseball, lacrosse, basketball, soccer are some of our men's sports. And then women's sports, we have basketball, softball, field hockey, lacrosse, and we also just added a women's triathlon team that we're super excited about. Next year will be their first season, so they're kind of getting that off the ground and running. And then we also have 2 spirit squads, dance and cheerleading. So just a few of our campus dining options. We do have Kaufman Hall, so that's our main cafeteria. A lot of students do spend time in there eating or studying. We also have a Chick-fil-A Express, which is relatively new within the last 3 or 4 years, as well as a Boar's Head Deli that opened last year. So students have really been utilizing that. As well, in the math and science building, we have what's called the Wolf's Den. It's kind of a grab and go. So if students are running to class and just don't have time to stop in the cafeteria, they can grab something and be on their way, take it to class and have that. So this is just kind of an overview of some of our first year residential dorms. We do have a freshman dorm that 99% of our freshmen live in and reside there, so it really creates a sense of community. So this is just a snapshot of some of our upperclassmen dorms. We recently have built 2 new dorms that students are really enjoying, more suite style and apartment style dorms. So rooming, with more than one other person and having kind of that open space in the middle to hang out, cook, all that good stuff.
So I wanted to touch a little bit, like I said, on financial aid. This is a big decision when you're going to college and you're looking at all of your financial aid options. FAFSA for this coming year has already opened, and students are able to submit that free always to us and to other schools. One thing that I always encourage students to do is when you're filling out any applications for schools or for financial aid stuff, you always want to use a personal email and not your high school email because those often get shut down. We do have some unique scholarship opportunities for our students. So I'll just kind of show you to the right over here on the screen. Every student does receive an academic grant and an investment grant. We also have scholarships for athletic aid, music band, ROTC, and our fishing team, as well as esports, which we have on campus. And then lastly, I'll go over our admissions requirements. We are completely test-free, test optional this year, and for the foreseeable future, we do not require any type of supplementary essay. Application is free. We just ask for your transcript, and if you would like to submit a letter of recommendation, you can do that as well. We are open for campus visits. Here is our contact information. We would love to have you come to campus and take a tour of Newberry, even sit in on a class or have a meeting with a professor if you choose. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite our panelists to turn back on their cameras. And our first round robin, since we have some time, will be, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? Or give an interesting or fun fact about your school. So we'll go in the order that you presented originally. So whenever you're ready.
Staying just in case.
So I think my favorite tradition about campus, so we have a bridge here on campus where our water feature is in front of our library. And as a freshman student, you will meet with the chancellor in our quad area, which is right beside the library. And once you start, you will talk with the chancellor and he will start a brave walk. And you walk across the bridge and it's like entering your journey here at UNC Pembroke. So after your 4 years or how many every years it takes for you to graduate, you meet up back and with the chancellor and you walk back across the bridge to have your graduation ceremony in the spring. And it's like you're sealing your deal here at UNC Pembroke. So it's like closing the deal and starting it all at once.
All right, I presented second, so I suppose I'll go. And my favorite tradition here at Brevard College is what we call pancake break. So during finals in the spring and fall semester, the professors and the president will all go to the dining hall and make stacks and stacks and ridiculous stacks of pancakes. And there are like vats of butter and sprinkles and chocolate chips and any ridiculous pancake topping you could think of. So it starts at like 9:30 at night. So everyone just takes a break from studying and goes to the cafeteria, and the president is spraying people with whipped cream. And it's just so much fun to like have that mental break and get to see your professors out there working for you.
I'll go next. I'm actually going to give an interesting fact about Anderson, which is kind of like a tradition. I guess it's kind of both. But we send out, so to all of our deposited students, we send out cookies to them, to their address that we have. And so we take, I think it's like a whole weekend where we just pack up a whole bunch of cookies and we send them out to students. And then also we send out cookies during finals week. So we just have our kitchen staff to just make up a bunch of cookies a couple times of the year. And so we either send them out or we give them out on campus. Thank you.
Here at UNC Wilmington, one of my favorite traditions is this tournament that we have called Ooze Ball, and it's a mud volleyball tournament. So it includes everyone from the community and on campus. So the Wilmington Fire Department comes out and helps us tear up our intramural fields and gazebo area and sprays it down. And then we usually have about a 100+ team tournament that lasts for that full day, where everyone just gets really messy and dirty and lets all their frustration out. And it's a fun opportunity for us to kind of play and get dirty on campus. So that's probably my favorite.
Okay, for Erskine, our football history is fairly interesting. We just brought it back 2 years ago and they started playing this season. But before that, football had existed from the 1890s up to the early 1950s for Erskine. So we got to say we were undefeated for about 70 years straight, which we enjoyed. And it's actually thanks to football that we have our mascot, the Flying Fleet. It's a bomber pilot with a wing attached to the back of his head. Back in the 1920s, when Erskine was playing Furman and football was purely a running game, we were actually passing the ball down the field and scoring so much that a local newspaper reporter said the Erskine players looked like a flying fleet of airplanes going towards the end zone. So we loved it so much, we just made our name the Flying Fleet, and now they're playing football again, which is very exciting.
I love that. That's so fun.
So as a student who attended Newberry College, I have a lot of fond memories and traditions, but I think one of my favorite ones is convocation. So 4 times a year, students will get all dressed up. We take a break from classes, go to Wiles Chapel. We'll have a speaker. They'll hand out awards. They'll just recognize students for performing at the highest level. So it's just fun to see everybody, because normally you go to class, you know, you're wearing sweatpants or jeans or whatever. So everyone gets dressed up and sits together, and it's just a nice sense of community since we are a smaller school. So that's my favorite.
So now I'm going to call on your expertise, panelists. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go in the same order you presented again. So what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
So my advice would be, first ask yourself, what are you looking for in a university? Of course, if you're looking for a big university, UNCP is probably not the place for you. But if you're looking for something to feel at home, to feel included once you get here on campus, this is a place for you. So I would definitely make sure you ask yourself what you're looking for in a university.
I would agree with what Caleb said, and maybe even if you have the opportunity, visit, like see as many schools and as many different dorms and different size schools and different range from home schools, just as many schools as you can see. I think I really believe that getting on campus is the best way to know if you're going to end up liking a school or not.
And for me, I would definitely say to reach out to as many people as you can, definitely. I know we work in admissions, so I mean, this is our job. So we're here to help you guys. So if you do have questions, I mean, a lot of us have given our contact information. Even if you're not interested in that school, you can still reach out and get advice from us one-on-one or call us. This is literally our job. So we're here for you guys. So I would definitely encourage you to reach out to somebody in admissions.
Jordan took mine, but I'm just gonna say, I think the best thing for those searching for a college experience and looking for that next step is kind of using your resources around you. So obviously the Office of Admissions or the specific school you're looking at will be utilized as a resource, but try to look at or ask parent or guardians, connecting with people at your high school, those people who are actually going to be sending out materials on your behalf, making those strong connections with your high school teachers if you need letters of recommendations. So really just be vocal about what you're trying to pursue, not only with us, but also people in your community. I think that really will help you feeling supported with some sometimes stressful process of looking for your next place to call home.
I mean, there's a lot already in that I can echo that's very wise. I think the only thing I could really add is we talk about going through the college search process. That might look a little bit different for everybody in terms of how long it takes. The best thing I can say is don't wait until the last minute. I think all the counselors can know who I'm talking about when we have seniors who visit in June. It's their first college visit and they're still trying to make a decision, which obviously we help all students as they come to us. But it's those who start visiting probably in spring of their junior year and also start taking the SAT and ACT around that time and talking to college officials who are most prepared. And if you can lay a lot of the groundwork as a second semester junior, by the time you start your fall of senior year, you can know where to apply, where to look for scholarships, and you can hopefully make the process of choosing a final college a lot easier when you're already busy during your senior year and need to reduce your stress load as much as you possibly can.
So Will, I'm going to ask a follow-up question. What if you are in a state that maybe isn't where a lot of colleges aren't open for visits? What are some things that you can do to still explore those schools, you know, in spring of junior year if you're not able to visit in person?
Yes, ma'am. Right now, with the way a lot of colleges have gone, especially to adapt for COVID, I would see one of 3 options. One is obviously first and foremost their website. How informative and how organized a website is says a lot about the school and how much they honestly care about distributing information to students. Many colleges now are present on social media. especially Instagram and YouTube still. They'll have tons of handles on Instagram for campus life, sports, and just things happening day in and day out. That's a good place to go. Their YouTube channels, like Erskine has one, has a lot of video testimonials from people who went there. And then third, many colleges now are offering virtual tours, which wasn't as common even 2 years ago as it is now. And you can always reach out to an admissions office and see if the virtual tour is available. And if it is not a part of, like, if it's not something that's actually organized and available yet in terms of like having a website for a virtual tour, even though most colleges have put that in place, I have known of small schools with a very committed student just walk around with their camera on their phone and give the kids basically an informal Skype tour, more or less. So if you wanted to ask for something like that, they don't have the more formal virtual tour, that would be fine.
Thanks, Will, and sorry to throw a wrench in there. Finally, Anna or Kinley.
That's fine. Actually, Will just took what I was going to say, and that is to get onto the college's social media as much as you can, and not just this posts that the colleges put out there, but the posts that they've been tagged in, their locations and stuff like that. It's actually how I've seen a lot of the fun events that are happening around campus. It's how I got to see all the students I brought in last year, kind of their dorm rooms, the things they set up, them all excited at our Wolfpack welcome, which was our orientation at the beginning of the year. So really fun things like that. So kind of dig in, go behind the scenes when you can. And then, like everybody else was saying, if you can visit campus, see if you can really picture yourself there, and then utilize all of your resources. Ask as many questions. All of us here on the screen went to a university most likely, or a college. We've gone through the admission experience, and it's what we get paid to do, is answer your questions. And if we cannot answer them, point you in the right direction. So just keep asking questions and make sure you can really picture yourself at the school.
See, guys, I told you they would have some great advice for you. And I would just add, have some fun. This is supposed to be a really exciting time in your life. And so enjoy the journey. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. There'll be a quick 4-question survey as you close out tonight. So I hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's still 1 whole hour to see institutions that maybe you've never heard of before. The recording of this session will be available within 1 week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. And with that, have a good one, everyone, and best wishes with your college search. Bye-bye.